Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again today on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about building an emergency / first aid kit for my new and improved After Rapture packet, which I'm currently trying to put together. And this is the 6th video of what I hope to be a short series. Now today I'll be showing you the basics on how I'm packaging these things up and putting them together, but I'm going to cut all the repetitive and redundant information out. So I'll show you a few examples and then we'll come back after that and show you the results, and I'll explain a little bit more about what I did. But first we have a little bit of unboxing to do because I ordered 2 items for this packet. One is very important item which I didn't think would be in for another month, but it came in. So we're going to be doing that unboxing right now, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so let's get into this package here. It took a while to get to me, but I finally got here. There we go. You can see what they are, sort of. And they wrapped it up. Okay, there we go. Now these are, as you can see, there we go, Strike Anywhere matches. And the reason why I bought these matches is because I want to be able to, I didn't want to have to have this, like, what's this called, like a strike pad. I didn't want to have to include one of those in every single little packet of matches that I'm going to put together. So that's why I purchased, can you see it? Strike Anywhere matches. Okay, well, we got this package in, and it's the new cases, the new containers for the After Rapture packet. If you remember, the old ones were not, the ones I bought originally were not large enough to contain the Bible that I wanted to put in it, so I had to return them and get a new set. So hopefully these will be large enough. Alright, we have the lids. These look plenty big. How many lids do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting them because when you buy something like on Amazon, you read the reviews and everything like that, and some of the reviews said that the number of lids did not match the number of containers ordered, but these do. I've got 6 right here. I have another box over there. It came in 2 boxes, 6 in each. I think I'm going to be happy with this. I'm just going to take one out for now. Let me get rid of that. Okay. There's the box. Let's see if the Bible fits in there, because that is the true test. Yes, it does. So there'll be enough room for more material in here for the emergency survival and first aid kit over here, and for the fire starter kit. And let's see how these fit. They snap on. So yeah, these are a go. These boxes have now joined those boxes, and all this is going to be out of here by the next video, because we're going to take everything from there and put it in here. But that's the next video. This particular video is about putting together our first aid kit, our fire starter kit, and our emergency kit. So let's get to that. I just want to say something from the get-go. These kits, these little kits that I'm putting together, are not meant to survive in the wilderness with.
They're to get the person who receives them from point A to point B, to get them from wherever they get the kit from, which should be my house, my home, to wherever they're going, their home or wherever they have their emergency supplies stored. Okay, so it's meant to last 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. So some of the things you can use longer than that, but it's in case you get injured on the way, or in case you need to start a fire, or in case you need a little bit of light at night, or in case you need to open up a can, things like that. So these are just small, bare bones, minimalistic kits that I'm putting together. So I just wanted to let you know that before anybody leaves a comment in the comment section below asking me why I didn't include this or why I didn't include that. I can't afford to spend, if I spent $25 per kit putting together these kits, you're talking $300 over the span of like 12 after Rapture packets. I'm not spending $300. That's up to you to spend that money on your personal survival gear, and on the recipients who are going to get this, it's up to them to invest that money themselves in their own emergency supply kit. So let's get to it.
Okay, I'm going to show you how I package everything, well, not everything, but a lot of things up in these plastic straws. I ordered these straws. They come individually wrapped, and I ordered these through Amazon. I'll leave a link to these straws below, and I ordered these because they're a lot wider than the average straw, and I ordered the clear ones so that you could see what's actually inside. So let's get to this. What you do is you cinch the tube closed, then you take a lighter, you melt the end of it, and then you slide it in between the grips of the plier and just add a little pressure there, and it gives you an actual, I hope you can see that, an actual seal on the end of it. So then what I do next is I'll take the medication that I want to put in it. In this case, it's a couple of the store brand extra strength Excedrin. Extra strength Excedrin and migraine Excedrin both have the same formula, so it doesn't matter which one you get, they're both the same thing. But I prefer this because it has acetaminophen and aspirin in it together, so you get two pain relievers together, and it also has a little bit of caffeine in there to kick it into your system quicker. So then what I do is I will take my fingers, kind of like squeeze it over here, and where are my scissors? There they are. And that's where I'll cut it. So I've left a little bit of room in order to grab it with these needle nose pliers, and then I'll melt the end of it there. Clamp onto it, and there you go. It's a neat little packet of medication. So as you can see, I used that method to package up quite a few things here. I waterproofed these cotton swabs that you can use as applicators for medication. I also used the same method for hand sanitizer. Of course, I have the pain medication that I did in the demonstration. I also have ibuprofen, and these are all in single use and single dosage packets. Although the pain medication and the allergy medication, this is generic store brand Benadryl, you can split up if you want to into separate dosages, but I made these dosages for a larger person who might need more, or for somebody who's in intense pain or has a really bad fever or something like that. I put it in the strongest dosage you can take per the instructions on the label. And these are hydrocortisone cream. It's like an anti-itch and rash relief medication, sort of. And what I didn't do and forgot to do was to get some antibiotic ointment and make single packets like these. But I'm going to do that and add them to the kit as I go on next time I go to the store. But I'm not going to hold this video up just for that. So I have all this, and then I decided also to add to that 2 flushable wipes. I was going to put I was going to get just some generic baby wipes, but I figured these flushable wipes are probably better in case somebody does have use of a toilet. This would be a lot better for them. And I also decided to put in a packet of facial tissue, because in a pinch this can be used as toilet paper. And if you're going to use this as toilet paper, you're probably going to want to clean up and feel fresh by using this. So I put 2 of those wipes in there. I also packaged up 2 waterproof Band-Aids and 2 regular fabric Band-Aids. And I included a packet of raw unfiltered honey. And I did that for 2 reasons. Number one, this is an antibacterial. So even if I don't get the antibacterial ointment before these need to be used, this can be used as an antibacterial. Secondly, this is also good if someone has an issue with their sugar. So if their blood sugar gets really low, this raw unfiltered honey will be a really good natural way to get their blood sugar back up. So how am I going to package this? Well, I initially had a small container like this. Let me empty this out for a second so I can show you the difference. This actually fits practically inside this container. If these were not on it, it would slip right in this container. So this container is slightly larger. I got these because I couldn't find any more of these at my local Dollar Tree. So even though I really like these, they're small, they're color coded. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this instead. And because I had the larger container, that's why I decided to put facial tissues in. So I'm going to put the facial tissues in. I'm going to put the raw honey in. Well, let me put the wipes, the cotton swabs in, the honey. Let's see. Can I put that in there? The packet of flushable wipes. The Band-Aids. Now what I'm going to do for these right here is I'm going to put them in bags. So I'm going to take all the pain medication and throw it in here along with the generic Benadryl. It's all going in there. And what I'm going to do, I haven't done it yet, but I am going to do it, is make a label to slide in here, or a little insert to slide in here that says what's in here, the dosage, and the expiration date, so that whoever gets this packet will know exactly what's in here and how to use it. This is all over-the-counter stuff, so it shouldn't be a mystery how to use this and what the dosage should be. But also have the expiration date so that I know when I need to replace this medication. So that goes in there. And then I'm going to use another, what did I do with it? Here it is. Another self-sealing bag, and I'm going to put the 2 hand sanitizers in there and the 2 hydrocortisone creams. And when I get it, I'll put the 2 antibacterial ointments in there as well. So I've got that, put that in there. I think that's basically it. And then what I'll do is I'll take this. I'm going to make a little insert for in here, like I did for my fire starter kit. I'm going to make a little insert for in here that says that this is a first aid kit and what's included in the kit. I almost forgot. My daughter graciously donated these non-stick sterile pads, so I'm going to put one of those in here as well. I should put it on the bottom because it's the biggest thing in here. Put that on the bottom, put everything else in here on top of it, and we should be good to go. There we go. All it needs is the label. Now you may be asking yourself, if you're putting it in a waterproof straw, then what difference does it make whether or not the matches are waterproof? Well, once the straw is cut open, it will no longer be sealed to the elements. So I want to make sure that I give the person every chance possible to be able to light a fire. So as I said, this is just, I don't even know how many of these I can fit into a straw. So let's just, I've got aluminum foil here to put them down on once I dunk them. So I tilt it, I dunk it. One dunk, shake off the excess, put it on the foil. And we'll do that for the rest of these. One dunk. So there's no chance of these igniting. I'm going to put these head down into here. So I've got 4, 5, so I have 5 in there right now, and I think that's all I'm going to put in. So let me cut off the end of that, seal it. So the head of the matches are down there. They're not up here where I'm going to be putting the flame. Of course, I get a call. Okay, so here before me I have some petroleum jelly that I melted on a candle warmer, and I have my foil, and I have cotton balls. So we're going to make fire starters. So this is what we're going to do. Now usually somebody will take a cotton ball and take the petroleum jelly straight from the container and then just mash it all in here and get all messy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece, see if I can do it, just a little tiny piece there. I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to dunk this in the petroleum jelly like that, and then stick it on here. I'm going to do that for a few of them. Okay, I put them in the freezer for a little bit so that they would cool off, because I need to do that for the next step. Then I'll take these little bags, the ones that I showed you that I had purchased online before I decided to go to the straw method. Well, I'm going to take these bags, open it up, I'm going to see if I can shove one of these fire starters in there. There. One. That's all I need in there is one. Squeeze some of the air out of there. And there you go. There's one fire starter right there. Okay, you can also use wax as a fire starter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these like makeup pads, these makeup removal pads, and I'm going to dunk about half of it in the wax. So then what I'll do is when this dries, and it'll harden when it dries, I will melt a little bit of petroleum jelly and soak petroleum jelly on this side, so it'll be like a dual purpose fire starter. So what I'm going to try to do is fold this in half before it dries, see if it'll stay that way. Well, that one's stuck to itself. I want to try to fold them in half and let them dry that way, because that's the only way they're going to fit into the bags. These bags here. It's the only way they're going to fit into here. So I can't leave them fully open, because then they won't fit in the bag. So let's let these cool off, and then I'll go ahead and melt some more petroleum jelly while we wait. Okay, here's how I'm going to package up these fire starters. If you can tell on this one, I don't know if you can or not, Vaseline, no Vaseline, wax. So I'm going to open up one of these. I've got to try to keep my hands petroleum jelly free because I don't want all that on the outside of these bags. Okay, so I'll take one of these, I'll fold it in half, and I'll stick it in there. There we go. That works out well. Now that you've seen how I've made my fire starters and how I've waterproofed the matches, I'm going to throw everything in my fire starter kit. So we have our lighter, I'll put it so that you can see it, our lighter. Next I'll put a couple of packages of matches, because I have plenty of those. I'll put these two individual fire starters in here. I'm going to put that side down. I'm going to put two of the wax fire starters in there. Let's see if I can put that like that. That like that. Okay, it's starting to get pretty crowded in here. And then I've got this sheet, and I'll tell you what this is. I created this sheet, and you're probably not going to be able to see the whole thing, but it has what I have in there. It talks about how to use the equipment that is in it, but then also the ABCs of becoming a born-again believer in Christ. So it's got a small evangelistic type part of this. So that if this kit gets separated from the After Rapture packet, at least the message of salvation here, the message of Christ is here. So I'm going to fold that back up. And I folded it in a way that I can just put it right on top of here. Put the top on this kit. And this tells you it's from tribulationharvest.net. That's me. And the fire starting kit. Items in this kit include a big lighter, a strike anywhere matches, cotton balls, fire starters, and cotton pad fire starters. But what I'm also going to put in here probably is, well, not here, I'm going to put it in my first aid kit, is a razor blade, because these waterproof packets need to be opened, and I'm not including a knife in any of these kits. So what I'm going to do is include a razor blade in the first aid kit, and that can be used to open up the packets in both kits. All right, well, I have an issue because after putting my first aid kit together and the fire starter kit together, I'm found wanting for items to put in here. So here's all that I have so far. I mean, I will add to it as I go along, and as maybe some of you give me a suggestion on some of the things I may have around the house that I could put in here. But I don't want to go out and spend big money adding a lot of stuff to this. So right now I have a flashlight. I have a couple of rolled up zip ties that are in there. I have two paper clips, a large and a small, that I'm putting in there. If you want to know how to use paper clips in survival mode, search YouTube for the answer to that question. I've got a couple of, what do you call these, twist ties. So I'm going to put two of those in there. I also have, I think, one of the two most important items, other than the flashlight, is the P51 can opener. So I've got that for in there. So the flashlight and that are the two most important items, I think, inside this kit so far. Now, I don't have anything else to put in there, and that's the problem. So this kit is incomplete.
So if you can offer me a suggestion on what else I can put in this little tiny kit, I'd appreciate that. So now that I have these 3 kits together, I still have work to do on them, and I'll show you what they look like the next time when you come back. Please come back for the next part of the series. I almost forgot to show you. All right, what I forgot to tell you is that I also bought some glow sticks. Now I know these aren't going to fit in here, and that's why I didn't even mention them at first when I made this survival kit. But what I am thinking of is getting the mini glow sticks. I have to see if I can find them online. They need to be just under 4 inches in order to fit in here. If not, I'll go to the larger packets, the larger containers here, and transfer this stuff over to that and just use these for my small fire starter kits. But that being said, it's better to get the brighter colors like yellow and white because they throw off the most light. If you get red and blue and green, the color makes the light a little bit more subdued. At least in my opinion it does. So I'm going to go online and see if I can find some mini white glow sticks. If I can, I'll order them. I'll do an unboxing in the next video, hopefully, and tell you all about them, where I got them, and give you the link. But I just wanted to mention that. So here we have the emergency medical kit, the fire starter kit. Can't hear anything rattle because it's packed nice and tight, and the anemic emergency kit. So suggestions, please. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you do, please click the notification bell and click all notifications so that every time I post a video, you'll be notified. Now, this is the 6th part of hopefully maybe a 7 or 8 part series. I don't think we'll get to 10, which is good because I'd rather do less than more. And so check out the links in the description below to the other parts of this series of videos. Thank you for stopping by. God bless. Bye.